Now pulled out the stock 180cc engine from our runner because it is time to build up this motor. We have our frame stripped down to the bare minimum because we just dropped the motor out, and we're doing everything we can to this build. So we're painting the frame, changing the front suspension, everything we can. So we are stripping this thing down to the bare minimum. And we also need to clean this motor very, very badly. So first thing we're going to do is slap this motor onto the workbench because we need to strip it down to the cases and get started on the cleaning process before we rebuild this engine. Because if we're putting all these brand new parts on, we do not want to put it on a dirty, crusty engine case like this one has right now. So we will have to hit some major cleanup on this engine, but first things first, we need to get this stripped all the way down. So let's pull the cylinder off and get this stock 180cc bore out of there. And honestly, this thing's in really good condition still. You can still see the cross hatches in the cylinder, and the piston itself actually doesn't have too much wear on it. I'm thinking that someone replaced this pretty recently compared to how everything else is aged on this bike. Brings us to our next point. We have a bunch of new Klotz product to use in our garage, and especially on our runner build, with some assembly lube, all the oils you can imagine, cleaning products, detailing products, and even a candle. This is crazy. They have castor oil candles. Because their oil smells so good, you might even want your house smelling like their oil. But we are changing everything over in the garage to Klotz oil from now on because we want to make sure that all these two-stroke engines stay running as long as possible. We are using this Klotz degreaser here on the engine cases just to pull off that thick layer of oil that is sitting on these cases, and there's still going to be a bunch of crud underneath that. As you can see here, we have the engine completely stripped down to the cases. We cleaned up the oil the best we could, but obviously there's still a lot of leftover residue on these cases, which is why we are going to get these things vapor honed to get these cases looking brand new. But the Klotz did wonders, and we got majority of that crud off of there. As you can see, we have our full build sitting here in a bucket waiting for us to assemble it, so stay tuned and watch the full video of the teardown on YouTube. This runner is going to be absolutely insane, and I'll see you guys in the next one.